I guess y'all don't give a flying high hell about Dr. Wendy, but who gives a shit? I got to get my shit back up. So whoever here gonna catch the tea and whoever ain't, forget it. Um, but it's gonna be mighty funny. Everybody gonna want to pile up in here tonight at 8:15 when I continue to go in and let half on y'all know Lakita and them. But whatever. Y'all come on in, and I'm starting at the 5 minute mark. So yeah, because this ain't even no long drawn out thing, and it ain't gotta be. What's good, y'all? Ciao. What's good, y'all? I'm here. Hold on, I'm trying to fix some stuff. The hell? All right. What's good, y'all? Like I say, I'm not gonna keep y'all here long because there really ain't no reason to keep y'all here long. We just go be here to gag Wendy right quick. And I'm gonna send y'all on about y'all way because we're gonna be right back here at 8:15 tonight because there is no chasing Orlando. They fucking up already. So there is no chasing Orlando tonight, which is fine. Um, so in the place of that, we're gonna gag the hell out of that fat skid bitch, and her old tag decrepit ass mammy. At 8:15 tonight. So make sure that y'all are there for that, which I know y'all will be. All right, I'm back. Five. Well, we'll wait to the 6 minute mark for the timestamp purposes, but we 5 minutes and 40 something seconds in. Um, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6. All right, y'all. Welcome to Give You the Real to Missionary Baptist Church, where y'all already know the slogan, the mission statement, the bylaws. I ain't got to continue to tell you. Make sure to follow this channel if you're new here. Make sure to like up the live when you're entering in. And we'll have this thing in swing. Now, I ain't gonna keep y'all here long. So I actually got this story from Scotty. I didn't get a chance to see the Brooke Ashley's review for Potomac yet, because I normally definitely do watch the Brooke Ashley on Potomac, Salt Wives, and Atlanta. I didn't get a chance to watch her this time, but I was y'all know, bestie, do something, I'm there. And he was the one who brought this up. So if y'all don't know, just here recently, DeBrooke Ashley did her review on Potomac, and she told us a very interesting story that involved Dr. Wendy Acefo. And I'm just going to play to you all the story that she gave, but I'm going to say this beforehand. Wendy, this is exactly why a lot of people, even though they feel like Kiana did too much, a lot of people are also mentioning you can be sometimely, you can be really wishy-washy, and you could be downright mean. Your goddamn self. Now, I know you Nigeria or whatever. Most Nigerians, they carry that high and mighty shit. So I'm not too shocked. But I am gonna tell you this, Wendy. It's not as if you have the like the biggest fan base on Potomac. You do not. You do not. A lot of the people that I know watch the show. They really could take you or leave you. That's the gist of what I normally hear from people who watch this show that don't review or anything. They just watch. Your name is always the last name to come up. I'm just gonna say, and when your name do come up, a lot of them say, yeah, they don't really fool with you like that because they feel like you think you're better than. They feel like the way you handle people, the way you talk to people, and like I say, the way you be trying to throw up in people's faces, about, your 4 degrees and this, that thing, and the other, that's the shit that you was doing on your first season here. I'm just saying, Wendy. I'm just saying, Wendy. No smoke, but I'm just keeping it real with you. Anyway, so here go to Brooke Ashley. We finna listen to what she got to say. I'm gonna give y'all my thoughts and opinions, and then we out of here. So here you go.
Get into this recap, I do have a quick story time that a lot of y'all have been waiting on. Shout out to everybody who was at Kempire's live show where I opened up for him last month. I gave you this tea. And I feel like this story time will go nicely with what we see regarding Wendy and Kiana's friendship. But again, let's get on to the story. So y'all know that I'm always out here in these Bravo streets. I'm always invited to different events, premiere parties, red carpets, the whole nine. This past August, I was invited to the DirecTV summer party, and you had different housewives there. Alexia and Gertie were there. We had Meredith and Lisa, and we had Wendy there from Potomac. So now, again, if you've been watching me for quite some time, you know that every time I've seen Wendy at BravoCon, at different events, it's always been love. She's always complimented me on my channel and how much she appreciates the support that I've shown her throughout the years. But this time things went differently, which took me by surprise. So I walk up to Wendy, say, hey, good to see you. And we're talking about the season. I'm asking her, what should I expect? And she's telling me, giving me a little bit of tea. Stacey's in the hot seat for the majority of this season. And then she goes on to say that Monique actually surprises everybody this season and how we, the viewers, might actually like her. I was surprised about that because you know where I fall when it came to Monique and Candace when season 5 happened, but we're not here to talk about that. No,
Oh, I know, because I know you love Candace and you was in the uproar. Brooke, don't nobody want to hear that shit, friend. All right. Candace got what Candace been wanting and asking for ever since Monique was pregnant. So I said that too, Brooke. Now I understand or whatever, but don't ask for an ass whooping if you really don't want one. Because if you ask for an ass whooping, you might just get that. So she asked for it, Brooke. That I'm sorry, Brooke. I understand. You love you some Candace, but Candace asked to get her ass whooped. So I don't understand why people mad with Momo. She asked to get fucked up, and that's exactly what Momo did. Now everybody mad. But you right. That was 5 years ago. It's 5 years later, And y'all saying Momo gonna come up here and do the damn thing. So we just go wait and see.
Mind you, I always bring my mom as a +1. So my mom is standing next to me while this is going on. So again, she's talking to me about the season. Conversation is going well for the most part. Friend. We take a picture, me, her, Gertie, and my mom. So we take the picture, everything's all good. And then she says to me, you're mean. So I'm like, you must be talking about the Brooke Ashley from accounting because
she not talk about Brooke Ashley from the finance department. Okay. She not talking to the Brooke Ashley that worked down to the mail room. Okay, she not talking about Brooke Ashley who worked down to the security hub. She said, yo ass, Brooke. Yeah. Because out of all the times you took up for her, you stood up for her, you was on her side, her and Candace. And the only thing she got to offer you is you're mean.
Surely you're not talking about me.
Yes, she is.
The Brooke Ashley here on YouTube.
Yes, she is.
Being mean to you.
Yes,
so y'all know me, I don't bite my tongue, I don't mince words. So I'm just like, wait, what? What do you mean by that? Are you joking?
Nope.
And she's like, no, you're mean. So again, I'm looking around and my mom is in shock because she's like,
and she did that shit around your mama? See, that's why I don't carry much respect for Mammy Shrine. And whenever I see her, I give her old ass the business. That's exactly why I don't. So she didn't even have no respect for you in front of your damn mom. But again, Brooke, out of all the times you stood up for her, and out of all the times I mean.
So I ask again, how have I been mean to you? Can you give me some examples of where you feel like I've been mean? Let me know. Because again, I'm here to provide commentary and some laughs. I'm not here to tear anybody down. I'm respectful. I try to be as fair as possible. You've never heard me call any housewife out of their names. I just give my opinion on what I see for 44 minutes every week, and I keep it at that. So then she says, well, I don't watch your channel anyway. My people watch. And
so, correct me if I'm wrong. Brooke, didn't you say that Wendy used to tell you that she loved your channel and she supports your channel and she appreciates what you bring on your channel? Now, all of a sudden, this year, you done became mean and she don't even watch your shit. Her people do. Again, Brooke, out of all the times you sat there on your tuffet and you took up for her ass. Listen, I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I still feel as though Kiana did a little bit much for me. Well, you know what? I can't even say that now. I'm gonna be real. I can't even say that now. Like now that Wendy is really smelling her damn self, and now that Wendy feels like she's that bitch, and she feels as though she is Potomac. Like, see, and maybe to other people, they would still feel like Kiana did too much. But look, this just don't look good for you, Wendy. That's all I'm gonna say. This don't look good for you because anybody who watches the Brooke Ashley, they knows she takes up for you and Candace more than anybody. Now that Brooke is up here giving this shit, now I don't really know if Kiana did too much. I'm gonna be real. Now that I'm listening to how she did the Brooke Ashley, trying to act like she don't know her, trying to act like she ain't never watched her shit before, trying to act like this, that thing, and the other. No, I don't really feel like Kiana did too much no more. I feel like Kiana was just calling you out on your shit. And it looked that way to us because of the way that it was edited, cut, spliced, and rolled up out of there. I'm just going to be honest.
And they come back to me and tell me things that you've said, and they're mean. So I just...
And then she didn't even go and hear it for herself. Now, you run around here telling people to call you Dr. Wendy. Why? You don't even go back and fact check and do your own research. You just ran off of the word of what some messy ass bitch in your camp that told you, and you just went off of that. But now I'm more than sure you look stupid as the fuck, because if you went to any other Potomac places where she's done her recaps, she has never dogged you out. She's never dogged you out. She's never called you out of your name. She's always around there taking up for you to the point where it was getting on my damn nerves. Especially during season 5. But see, Brooke, see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? See that's that shit them damn Nigerians be doing. And I know that because I live in New York. I run into a lot of them all the time.
So wait, what? And in the same cadence as Dwight Eubanks from Atlanta, and who are these fabulous people who watch my channel? Who? And what are your people hearing? Because clearly they need their ears checked if they're saying that I'm bashing you when I'm not doing that. So I was really taken aback by that. We said goodbye to each other. I float around the party, and I just keep that in the back of my head. So because Wendy and I follow each other on Instagram, I slid in her DMs and I say to her, hey, can you give me some clarification on how I've been mean, because I've been supportive of you. Again, let me know where I've offended you where you would call me me. Surprise, surprise, there's no response. So the reason in me telling this story is to let you know that if it appears like my support has dropped off when it comes to certain people, that's why. Because if you've been watching me for any length of time, especially Potomac, y'all know I went hard in the paint for Wendy and Candace. On top of that, I think it's funny that I'm so mean, but yet you had a castmate who assaulted you, never apologized to you, and then another castmate said, well, I'm happy that it happened to you because I don't like you. So that wasn't mean, but me commenting on what I see every week is mean, despite me being on your side, rallying around the troops, saying, oh my gosh, it's a double standard, it's this, it's that, but now I'm mean. So going forward, I will be skipping over your scenes then, because I don't want to be mean. I don't want to offend you. And I'm telling you this story not to bash anybody, but to just let you know why I'm not going to be going hard for any of these housewives, especially on Potomac. And let's just get this straight. When you sign up for a reality television show, you open yourself up to be critiqued and talked about. And I don't like how thin-skinned a lot of these housewives are. They think that support means you can never say anything about them. And that's just not how it goes when you're a public person. Obviously, everybody's due respect. Fans should not be able to talk to you crazy. And you do have the right to check viewers if they are saying some crazy stuff, calling you out your name, calling you slurs. Then you have the right to go off.
But why, Brooke? They're on reality TV. You can't pick and choose, Brooke. They cannot pick and choose. When you get on reality TV, and if you give raggedy bitch tendencies, we're going to call you a raggedy bitch. That's just how that goes, Brooke. Nobody has the right to pick and choose. I mean, they really don't. If you can't handle the heat and smoke from all sides, dealing with reality TV, dealing with bloggers, dealing with reviewers or whatever, you need to get the fuck out of damn Dodge. You just talked about thick skin, Brooke. So no, ma'am. No, ma'am. When you are on reality TV, you are going to get the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now, if they run around down here peddling blatant lies that could mess you up, mess up your business, mess up your brand, mess up your family, that's one thing. But if reviewers are talking shit doing their review and the shit talk just so happened to hit Wendy, oh well. Oh well, that's the territory. That's reality TV. And I don't understand why Wendy should be feeling the way about anything, considering the people that have gotten it the most backlash and reads is Giselle, Ashley, dick 'em down, way down to the damn ground, Dixon, Dejanay, old tab, boot wearing ass. Who else? Candace is a lot like Wendy. They get it both. Candace is a lot like Wendy. I put Candace and Wendy in the same spot. You got people that's gonna love them and go up. You got people that don't like them at all, and they're gonna read them the fuck down. But it's like a balance thing. Nah, that's just my opinion, Brooke. I ain't changing your mind. I'm just saying my opinion. You know.
But when we're talking about a general critique from your behavior on a show that you willingly signed up for, you forfeit the right to say, well, you can't talk about me. But I will say this is a valuable lesson on not getting that invested into these shows. Because, baby, you go hard.
Darren and Scotty, I hear what y'all are saying, but let's be clear. Wendy ain't got shit going on. Wendy don't have much of a storyline. So even if Brooke does decide to stop talking about Wendy, I mean, I feel like the only time Wendy is probably going to have something interesting to talk about is when she's talking to Ashley about her dad. I believe they said she was talking about her dad. I think that's probably about to be the most interesting thing that Wendy is going to give us all season. So, I mean, if she does decide to stop talking about Wendy, I mean, she ain't going to miss much because she ain't had a storyline in a few seasons at this point. So, if she does decide to stop, I mean, hey, she just stop. She ain't going to lose nothing from it. She ain't going to miss shit either. Hell, Wendy ain't been having nothing for real, for real. The most action Wendy had was fussing and arguing with Giselle and fussing and arguing with Robin. Now that she done made up,
defending people more than they defend themselves, and then they turn around and call you mean or say they never even wanted your support in the first place. No, ma'am, no, sir. So respectfully, if somebody gets bopped upside the head, popped in the eye, I'm going to say, oh, wow, that's so sad. I'm sorry to see that, and move along. And again, it's no beef. It's no ill will towards anybody. I'm not angry at anybody, but I'm just moving accordingly. But without further ado, let's jump right on into.
As you should, Brooke, and I stand with Brooke Ashley 1,010%. Like I said, Wendy Osefo ain't had a real damn storyline since Robin ass left. And like she ain't had no storyline since her and Giselle made right. She ain't had no real storyline since her and Ashley decided to be cool. So it's like, even if you do stop, I mean, but like I said, Wendy, you about to learn a very valuable lesson when it comes down to reviewers of the show. The last people that you want to piss off is the reviewers of the show. Because if they're not talking about you and you're not bringing nothing, that I'm telling you now, producers shit, they do see that. And they're gonna feel like, well, what the hell is she still here for? Like, people are obviously bored with it. They ain't even talk about it. So then what you think gonna happen after that? They're gonna bring in somebody new, test them out, and then before you know it, you done got demoted and this new bitch done took your spot. And you be sitting around here wondering, well, why did I get demoted? Like, look, Wendy, listen, I'm telling you, look, that's why I said, even in my episode of Kiana, I said, even at the time, I felt like Kiana did too much, but I also told Wendy, I totally believe every word of what Kiana said about how you treated her, how you try to act like you ain't know who she was, like, because you did the same thing. That was a Karen. Well, no, Karen did the same thing to you. So is that why you did that to Kiana? I don't know. We ain't even going back down that road. But you really need to humble yourself, Wendy. Wendy, you need to humble yourself. Your first season, you were horrible. You were horrible your first season. You came up in there with all that patchy, thick ass weave, not having a mind of your own, following up behind the light skinned crew that didn't want your ass to be a part of their group in the first damn place. Like, you had a lot of stuff going on up here, Wendy. You dealt with insecurities that we seen. That's why you got your titties done, and you had this big change in stature and this big change in your dress and your wardrobe, and like it's like you lost yourself. And it's like once we felt like you found yourself, now you became too big for your britches. Talking about Brooke, you better than me. I would have cussed Wendy ass the fuck out, bitch. You obviously watch something, ho, because what the fuck you following me for? Why are you following me? Why can I reach you in my DMs? Now, when you was praising her and when you was having her back, then she loved you. She loved you. She wanted you. See, I can't stand people like that. See, that's why people want to know why I go up for people like Miss Wanda on LAMH. That's why. Because Miss Wanda don't mind a read. Miss Wanda don't mind a gag. Miss Wanda did not take what I said about her personally. Same thing go for Kiki. Same thing go for Destiny. Same thing went with Stormy. They didn't take the shit personal. That's why I be going up for a lot of the people that I go up for, because they know how to take a read, a roast, and a gag. They understand it. It's TV. They got a job to do. I got a job to do. They did something that I thought was raggedy. I said something about it. It's over with. Like I I feel bad for you though, Brooke. I do. I feel bad for Brooke. I do. I feel bad for Brooke. And I know that had to been like an embarrassing situation for her. I feel bad for Brooke. I do. Because out of all the time she set up on her soapbox and took up for Wendy's ass. And the only thing Wendy got to offer her is that bullshit. Unfortunately, T, I feel like if Brooke looked like Giselle or Robin, she wouldn't have gotten that reaction from Wendy at all. Ooh. Uh, the fact that Wendy said that in front of Brooke's mother was so classless. Exactly. That's why I hope Mammy Shrine show her ugly ass face up here. Listen. She gonna have a reason to write my name down on a piece of paper and lay that hoe on the shrine after I get finished wrapping my hands around her, just because of what you did to Brooke Ashley. Just because of what you did to Brooke Ashley. I can't wait to see Mammy Shrine waddle her patchy skin ass up in the damn scene. I'ma read it down. I'm gonna roast the fuck out of Mammy Shrine just because of what you did to Brooke. Don't worry about it, Brooke. I got your back. Brooke, I understand. You know you not like me. See me, I don't give a fuck. I get up here and cuss all them bitches out. But I understand, Brooke. You know, you classy base, you trying to make it into some circles or whatever, and you don't want to do that. That's fine. That's what you got me for. You ain't gotta do it. I'll do it. Cause I ain't like that shit at all. Mel, listen to me. I want you to listen to me good, Mel. If air episode come up here and we see her ass waddle up on this, Mel, you may as well leave the chat because I'm gonna spend 5 minutes reading, roasting, and cussing her ass out. Okay. So you may as well leave the chat, Mel, because if I see her, that's it. That is it. Tammy ass in here gloating. Wow, what Tammy done said? What Tammy done said? I called this a long time ago. Ben told y'all how Wendy is. I mean, no shade, you and a lot of other people. No shade, but you and a lot of other people always kept their foot on Wendy neck. Y'all have. I'm gonna be honest. Y'all have. Wendy's mama was light skinned last season. Child, she gonna be dust this season once I wrap my hands around her. Okay, she gonna be dust this season once I finish wrapping my hands around her. For the Brook. Okay, period. Hashtag for the Brook. Nah. Cause I like Brooke. Like I don't like have like that type of rapport with Brooke. But Brooke is familiar with me and I'm familiar with her. Every time I go into her comments, she always comment me that. Always. She be laughing her ass off. When I say I got the tea and all the rest of that shit. Like Brooke is cool people. And Brooke did not deserve that coming from Wendy, because all she do is speak out and speak up for Wendy and Candace when she was here. And that's what you got for her? All because she probably disagreed with something that you did or disagreed with something that you said, and she called you out on that. Now all of a sudden she's mean. She's mean for calling you out. Because Brooke don't even cuss at nobody. I ain't never heard her cuss nobody out. I ain't heard her call y'all all type of bitches and hoes like I do. I ain't never heard her do none of that. So it's if you said that about me, I would have agreed. I'd have been like, yeah, you're right. So be careful. I will push my button. I'll push that bitch right here. I will go live right here. I'll pretend like I'm in my house, and that's gonna be it. They're gonna get a whole nother show. That's what I would have said. Brooke is very nice. She always shows love. Ain't she? She always shows love. Always. She's not no mean spirited person that be going out here just reading people down for the hell of it, like I do. She not like me. So you ain't had no reason to do that to her. None. Like that cross, and that's in the and she's right. That's why it's a 50-50 situation when it comes to people in reality TV and getting close. Because a lot of them do feel like, well, I like you, you say you like me, so you shouldn't say this and you shouldn't have said that and you shouldn't have went there. But you a bitch, I'm gonna do the fuck me. I'm gonna do me and I'm gonna continue doing what the fuck I've been doing. And I'm gonna continue saying what the hell I've been saying. Just because I like you don't mean I'm gonna let shit slide. Because then I'm gonna have to deal with the backlash of that. Because the people know me and you cool, and if you do some fuck shit and I just glance over it, then everybody gonna call me biased. Then everybody gonna say that you ain't right. Then everybody gonna say, well, why everybody else get it, but you don't never say nothing to her? She dead ass wrong. No, no. Last, Candy and Sweet Tea would never, ever. What did Thick Weave do? She went back to being Thick Weave from season 5. All right. She went back to being Thick Weave from season 5 when it came down to the Brooke Ashley. When the Brooke Ashley went down to some con shit that they had. I don't know if it was Bravo Con or whatever the fuck it was. But she went up there to meet Wendy, and her and Wendy been cool all this time. Then all of a sudden, when she get to Brooke Ashley this time and in front of her mama, she go tell her that she was mean to her. And you know, she don't even watch her channel no way. She just heard from another line, bitch. Cause that hoe was lying to Wendy. So she heard from another line hoe that she done said this and she done said that, and she done considered her mean. And you know, it don't even matter to her because she don't look at her channel or support her channel anyhow, and all of the rest of it. Like Brooke. See, this is why I don't go to shit like that. Cause see, Brooke, had it been me, I would have clicked my button. I would have clicked my button. Like, and that shit would have been all over the shade room, all over the shade room, all over the Jasmine brand, all over the neighborhood talk, all over Bravo shade room. It'd have been on E News. And the way I clicked my button and cussed her ass out. Everybody would have been talking about it. They'd be like, it's a shame how that man clicked this button and ran down on Dr. Osefo the way he did. That's what the streets would have been saying. Anyway, y'all, that's it. That's all, I guess. Wendy, I ain't like that shit. Wendy, I did not appreciate that. I ain't appreciate that at all. Now, had this been any other content creator, I probably wouldn't have said anything. But because I know Brooke and I'm familiar with Brooke and I know how Brooke rocks, especially when it comes to you and Candace in particular, that shit right there, Wendy, for shame. For shame. Let's call a thing a thing. Wendy is one insecure woman with all four of her degrees. I also feel the lighter hue women are better. Oh, dear Jesus. How could she say that to Brooke and when asked to tell her when she was mean to her, she didn't say anything? Right. Because she couldn't say nothing. Because she couldn't. The Brooke Ashley is very unproblematic. Very. That's why I'm not mad. Brooke, I understand what Scotty said, and I understand what Dorian said. Brooke, you listen to me. Don't say that bitch name. Don't you utter, it don't even matter because she ain't got nothing going on this season. Okay? So it ain't as if we're going to be saying her name a lot. Be clear. Brooke, don't you listen to them. Don't you listen to them, Brooke. It do. Period. And also, Brooke, she's an AKA. Sis. Brooke, she's an AKA. Most of them AKA, notice I said most, not all, because I do have a lot of friends that did decide to cross the burning sands to get they pink and green and they white pearls. And we still managed to be homegirls. Only because there was history there. See, most of these girls that decided to do that fool shit, I known since elementary. Do you understand? So it's history there. So I, whatever. But Brooke, listen, that's why you got what you got. Because she's a raggedy tired ass, AKA. That's why you got what you got. Because see, if she was well, Robin don't count. Okay? Robin does not count. None of my Delta sisters count Robin, include Robin. I promise you we don't. None of my Delta sisters, none of us claim Robin. The organization don't claim Robin. None of them claim Robin. None of us down to the damn to the meetings or whatever the case may be. We don't even utter Robin names. So before y'all say Robin, no, we do not count Robin. By any means, we still don't know how Robin got through the gate. We don't know. We still don't know how Robin got through the gate. She must have ate plenty bitches coochies that that's a head round there to be able to get in there. That's the only way I think she got in. She ate a massive amount of coochies for them to go on ahead and say, fine, she's an eater, honey. So we'll go on ahead and let her come. She a muncher child. I guess she munched her way in there. She did. That's how she got in. That's why we don't count Robin. Now, had it been a real Delta with some substance, they would have never did you like that. Ever. The Deltas would have never did you like that. Ever. They would have never did you like that. Doing Brooke Ashley like that. I know you damn lying, Wendy. It don't matter. I'm gonna wrap my hands around Mammy Shrine neck real good. I can't wait for her to float her ass on this TV screen. Anyhow, that's it. That's all. I ain't got no more. Brooke, I stand with you. Now you can listen to Scotty and Dorian if you want to, but friend, it ain't like we got much to talk about with Wendy anyhow. So if you decide to let that whole rock, let that whole rock. Now you can do what you want, Brooke. You know that, Brooke, you can do what you want. But I say let that whole rock. She don't watch you no way. Remember? She don't watch you no way. She ain't trying to support you no way. None of that shit. So I let that whole rock. Hey, Busy, what's good? Busy ass. Hi, Wendy again for me. No, don't get her no highs. Everything you said about her was the absolute truth. Busy. Everything you said about her was the absolute truth. And considering the fact that the panel gonna be on my channel, you got all permissions to read and roast her ass down. Come Monday at 8:30. You may have the floor, friend. Anything you want to say about negatively about Wendy, you got the floor. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing to you. Cause you in my house. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing to you. Cause I ain't like that shit. Sitting there messing with the Brooke Ashley like that, trying to embarrass Brooke Ashley in front of her mom. Trying to embarrass the Brooke Ashley in front of her mama. That's all right, because I'm gonna embarrass the fuck out of your out of your note writing ass mammy when she float her ass up on this TV screen. Don't worry, I'm gonna embarrass ass real good. Anyway, that's it. That's all. I ain't got no more. Y'all drop down in these comments. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this situation. And yeah, I see y'all later on at 8:15. Cause child, this got sent to me, and I told y'all I gotta get my shit back. So what better way to do it than by getting it back off of her dirty, disgusting, wet, hairy ass back? So yeah, I'ma see y'all at 8:15. We finna gag the hell out of this Steve and whore. And yeah, I'll holler at y'all then, girl.